Okay, we are recording. Okay, hello everybody. I am here with the beautiful Natasha today. Hello, Natasha.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Hi. Okay, Natasha has done some amazing things that we're going to talk about today. I'm going to talk a lot about it, and she's going to talk some about it too. So that's going to be awesome, and I hope this is going to be an inspiration for everyone that's watching to see how Natasha is changing this industry and changing things for healers, and what's possible for people like yourself pretty much, and anybody that defines themselves as, you know, a spiritual healer or a healer in some way, shape or form. But I just want to say one thing before we start to go into it, is that Natasha already was like a multiple seven-figure entrepreneur when we met. She was like super successful. We're going to talk a little bit about her academy today that was already rolling and going and all of that kind of stuff. So in the last 5.5 weeks, because we've been working together for 5.5 weeks at this point, we just calculated right now, I have it right here, that she has done around 500,000 in sales and around $340,000 in cash, which is good. Which yeah. Which we were happy with. What do you think about that, just as a beginning?
It's mind-blowing, you know. I never really never thought that I would ever make that much money in that little time. So it's yeah, definitely almost unbelievable in a way. Yeah.
And also, I want to say this, of course, this is not possible unless you are someone like Natasha with her gifts. So I want to talk, for everybody watching, I want you to get to know her a little bit and see why this worked so well, you know, for you specifically. And there's a couple of things that we did, but one of the things that we did, first of all, you raised your fees. And she raised her fees because she's fucking good at what she's doing. Her clients are getting crazy results, which we will talk about today as well. And she also have this amazing academy that we were, what should we call it, launching it, relaunching it, or you're launching it consistently. And so I was essentially a part of that, pretty much the normal way you launch in the thing. So can you tell everybody a little bit about the academy in the beginning, where we just start? What do you do in the academy, and why is it awesome?
Yeah. Yeah. So in the Ultimate Up-Level Academy, we help women with something I call the 4 success saboteurs that are blocking them from receiving more love, money, and success. And it's something that's been running a couple of years now, but the launches have got a little bit stale, in all honesty. I was using the same launch approach, the same marketing, and it just didn't feel like it was going as well as it used to anymore. It was still going okay, but just bored me, in all honesty. So in terms of the academy itself, that doesn't bore me. That's my most innovative, exciting work, and it's had incredible results for women who are perhaps know the strategy in business, but they find that they're sabotaging themselves from actually taking action to get the results that they want. So that sabotage can happen in their relationships, in their business, in their health, and they might keep throwing money at strategy and still not moving forward. So what we do is we go on a really deep healing journey where we heal all of those 4 success saboteurs on multiple levels: mind, body, heart, soul, and energy levels, so that it can free them to take more action that leads to better results in their businesses.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, I just want to stop there for 1 second, because there's a lot of people that are doing mindset or healing in this industry and that do a lot of different kinds of things. And I know there's a lot of people that use just affirmations, or they use just changing how you feel, or they ask you to do a dance, like whatever they ask, you know, you to do. But I get to know you a little bit right now. And the thing about Natasha is that she has 5 levels of transformation. And this is part of one of the unique things there, because it's the mind, it's the heart, it's the soul, it's the action. And there's one more thing. What? Yeah, I know, I remember almost. And and when it comes to a thing that a lot of people just forget or don't have in there, is the mind. meaning that you seeing how your patterns works, how they work in a unique way to you, and you can actually see how you behave in different parts of your life, how they're connected, and how they are using either the success saboteurs of hustler or outcast and all this kind of stuff. So you can actually catch yourself in seeing things that you didn't even think was a problem. And this is one of the things I think is so awesome about you in general, because you allow people to change things, to up level to a place which they didn't actually know existed. And you cannot do that unless someone sees something in your life that you didn't see yourself. Yes.
It's all around revealing the hidden wounds. So the things that you know were actually sabotages in your life and in your business, and uncovering them through that 5 levels of healing that we go through.
Yes, exactly. Because a lot of people just actually, a lot of people don't know how to do that. That's like the first one. And I know you've done a lot of healing in yourself, as well. And how can you tell people, how did you develop this? Like, how did this come about? Did you download it, or like what happened?
Well, in my own personal journey of growing to multi-7 figures, I just noticed the same blocks that kept coming up time and time again. Actually, I was only at the $500,000 a year point when I first developed the Success Saboteurs, but I've worked with thousands of women delivering subconscious healing and subconscious therapy. So I've literally been inside the minds and hearts of thousands of women entrepreneurs, and the same patterns were coming up, the same 4 what I thought were blocks. And then I actually realized these were archetypes, saboteur archetypes that every woman entrepreneur goes through. And so it just, seeing it constantly coming up in myself, every new level I grew to, a new level of the saboteur was coming up to work on, and seeing it in others led to this development of the unique 4 success saboteur archetypes. So it was something I was seeing in me, in all of the women that I was working with. And I've tested this on thousands of entrepreneurs now, and everybody resonates with it. It is something that every women entrepreneur goes through.
Yeah. And I think one of the things that we talked about, and I also think is bringing this to a new level, is, for instance, that we might think that it's just only about money, or we might think it's only about relationships, or we might think it's only about our health, or like stuff like that, but you really connect like the things together. Like, for instance, if you have a really strong hustler, or something like that, and maybe even you stop working, but your team starts to work their ass off, that kind of stuff, which is something that we may not think about is like a problem, because we don't actually need people to work harder to make more, that kind of thing. Or if we're just financially stuck at a place, it's actually the fear of outgrowing our partner, or things that we don't get, if we don't go to a business coach, or if we just go to a healer, because they don't always see how it's connected. And you have, done the thing, you have built yourself, you have healed at many different levels yourself, so you kind of see all these different things, which is fantastic. Can you tell, like, what's your favorite results from the Academy your clients have done?
There's so many. I think one of the ones was one of the clients, Jess. She came in and she had one business that she was doing and had kind of fallen out of love with. Although it was work she loved, she'd kind of fallen out with the business. She was hustling too much. She had a multi-6-figure business at that point, and she uncovered what her true soul purpose was, what she should be doing in her business, that she had kind of just not really trusted herself to follow her intuition, to go with it. And she finally followed her heart, followed her intuition, through healing her imposter success saboteur and her outcast success saboteur, launched a new avenue of her business that was what she really wanted to do, to an 80K launch, just selling on social media. So no real big launch event. It was just simply selling on social media. Best ever launch, $80,000. which was
It's
amazing.
awesome. And I think also when you work with your private clients and stuff like that, of course you do the archetypes, you do all that kinds of things as well. But also one of the things that Natasha is really bringing into her people, for healers or people that's spiritually open, that kind of thing, she is like one of the best people to just allow you to be confident in exactly what you do and how you do it. Because when you go through both the academy and when they're working with you personally, it's like you transfer this amazing safety. I'm sure people tell you that all the time, that they're so safe with you, they feel so good with you, like that kind of thing. Because healing is not only healing our traumas. This is part of it, but part of the healing is also owning our gifts or growing our gifts and seeing what is special about us and making sure that that is kind of like what we build a business around. And I think you have your own way of making people feel comfortable with how they're doing what they're doing. And that is something the healers just don't do because a lot of people don't see the connection between your work and your traumas in necessarily.
Going through really powerful and deep healing yourself makes you see even more how powerful your own work can be as a healer or a therapist or a coach. So, but also clears all the wounds that are making you doubt your work in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So the power of your work magnifies tenfold. And also the confidence that you have in your work and how much you charge, etc., changes as a result of that.
Yes, which is fantastic. And can you share one of your private clients results? You have so many. There's like everybody can go and just look up that thing. But what's your favorite?
I have got a favorite.
Okay, fine. That's fair.
I'll share one of the favorite results that have come in more recently. So I had a client that came to me on 30 to 50K months. They wanted to grow to 100K months. We had to heal the success saboteurs and something that I also call the receiving wounds that actually sit behind those success saboteurs in order to expand your capacity to receive 100K months, but also to be able to hold more people in her energy, in her group containers. Something that healers struggle with quite a lot is moving their work from a one-to-one to a group that they feel comfortable with holding. So part of this work was expanding her capacity to receive and hold larger groups and still deliver incredible results within group experiences to scale her business. Within 9 weeks, she had a 92K month and a 100K month.
Which is fantastic. Which is like, yeah, amazing. And results, there's not a lot of people that actually deliver results also in this industry, like even people at the 7 figures. So that is also another.
I think also to add, though, it wasn't just that financial result. It was, better relationships. She opened up her spirituality even more and was able to start channeling her work. So there were so many other results as well that weren't just the financial, but obviously the financial is the cherry on the top.
Yeah, but there's no fun finances without being, true to yourself anyways. And the thing that you and I have been doing together is what I call increasing your intuitive and cognitive architecture. And that pretty much is just help in Natasha's case with just bringing the light on what is she actually doing that's so amazing, how is she doing it, bringing it back more into her marketing and to her so she could just see is not difficult when you're working with someone that is as talented and you have like tons of gifts in there as well, and you are already established. So obviously this could only go one way, and that was up. It's like, yeah.
We've done quite a lot of work together, and I've really loved it. But there was just one simple thing you said to me that was probably worth the investment itself was, Natasha, I can't see anything about your success saboteurs in your marketing.
Yeah.
I'd been hiding that work for some reason. I know I was part of my outcast success saboteur, but even just that alone was enough to create a huge shift for me.
Well, that is fantastic. Or fantastic. That's Norwegian. Speaking Norwegian. Okay, thank you very much. And thank you for everybody that will be watching. Okay, bye.